What's happening, guys? So I talked about potentially switching to low bar after my meet, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give it a shot. I tried it out here on my intro week and it felt okay. I was actually surprised there was no elbow pain, so that was a good thing. I just have to try to get used to the movement, and I'm not necessarily gonna be doing low bar full time. I just want to see how it goes. So I figured the only way to do that is to give it a full chance. So this entire block I am dedicating to low bar, and we're just going to see how it goes. Chances are I will be able to move more weight with low bar, just makes sense. Now, regarding this next block, it is going to be tough for me because it has been several months. It's probably been about a half a year really since I've done more than 6 reps on anything, unless it was in part of an AMRAP. And my working rest schemes for this block are going to be 5s, 7s, and 9s, and these 9s, even in the intro week here, are just killing me because my lungs are just dying. I don't do cardio, I hate cardio, I hardly do high reps at all, so this is going to be a real challenge because this was a challenge for my lungs even just with the intro weights. So once I start upping up the weights next week, it's going to be a super big challenge, but we're going to see what happens. We're going to do what we got to do. Time to get some volume in. Time to start pushing a little bit. I don't have any meets planned for a long time. There's potentially one in December I will probably do, but that's not set in stone yet. So right now, it's just all about getting in that extra volume, working on technique, working on low bar, working on getting my deadlift moving again, and just seeing what I can do. So with just a couple sessions in on low bar, I would say the biggest problems I'm noticing so far trying to make this transition is, one, I'm trying to bomb too fast into the bottom, and it's getting me a little bit out of position, but at the same time, I feel much more stable in the hole. I just feel a lot more tight and a lot more powerful as I go to press up with the weight. A little less stable at the top, more stable at the bottom. So that's something I got to keep in mind, and it's also harder to keep upright. I won't be able to keep as upright with a low bar as I can with a high bar, but I have a fairly long torso, so it really isn't a big deal. I'll still be plenty upright even with low bar. It just feels different. I'm so used to doing high bar all the time that now that I'm trying to do a low bar, it just feels different. So it's just gonna take some time to kind of get in my groove, kind of see how everything works, kind of see how my body reacts to it, and just kind of find the comfortable position, how to hold it, where to rest it on my back, how it feels going through the movement. You know, every once in a while my depth seems to stuff for a little bit because I'm just not used to this movement. But like I said, I gotta give it a shot for this entire block and see how it goes. If I go through the whole block and it ends up being something I don't like, I will switch back to high bar. But I'm a little excited. I'm kind of excited to move forward with this low bar and see where it can take me. So we got a little side angle action here. I wanted to check out the bar path, and I gotta say I am very pleased with the bar path. It's pretty straight. It's about as straight as I could ever ask for. So that's the good thing. Good straight bar path. It's coming down to the middle of my foot. I'm kind of jerking forward a little bit towards the end of this set. You'll see, especially in the last rep, it's a little herky-jerky, so it's not perfect. That's probably coming from that bombing I was talking about, but it's not terrible. It's pretty good, especially considering this is the second time I've ever done low bar in my entire life. It's hard to complain. So I'm kind of on actually like a second week of introductory week. I was really beat up after the meet, so I've taken a little bit extra time to kind of get in the groove. My coach is working with me to kind of get through there and get closer to the working weights, but this is not quite the normal working weights. This was actually 330 pounds for sets of 9, 3 sets of 9. And I was doing just a little bit lower intensity on all my lifts, but we'll be cranking it up next week. I'm looking forward to get going and kind of blasting into this new block, so it should be good. Anyway, that's all I have for this video. Thank you guys for watching as always, and I will see you guys in the next video.